I'm in the beauty industry for 10 years. I had a lot of business experience before that. I had 10 years business experience, and then I went back to college to study beauty with a view to opening my own salon. So that's 10 years ago this year. Certain product ranges, with a view to marketing, are being introduced at a very early stage, at a very premature stage, to students when they're learning, and therefore when they come out into the industry, because there's so much else that's new that they have to deal with. It's sometimes easier to go with what you know, or the range that you know, without actually having a full appreciation for the developments, the research and developments that have actually evolved within other brands within the marketplace. It also has the ability to deal with pigmentation issues, and it can give a very even skin tone, so very brightening effect, very, very popular. Then you have the like of the Details of Beauty, which has stem cells, which is very, very anti-aging, and allows you to focus. There's a neck and décolleté treatment in it, which is unique enough to skincare ranges as well, because not every brand would have a neck and décolleté specific treatment. Absolutely. I mean, it's really about, it's not just got to do with the brand. Of course the brand has to be important, because you have to be able to stand behind what you're claiming, so results are really, really important. But it's about the systems that we offer, that we bring to the table, that actually give you the ability to convert your clients to the product range. We've done it, because we could stand behind the brand. We proved it in-house that that it did exactly what it said on the tin, and it's one thing knowing that, but it's how you actually portray that to your client, and how you come across to your client, that they have the trust in you and in your ability and in your professionalism, that they go with you, and then of course the results are there to be seen at the end of it. Absolutely, 110%, and that can be seen through the testimonials that are given on a daily basis from the clients. You can see it on their skin is glowing. We've changed the formation of skin. I mean, we've used different brands which would maintain a skin condition, get it to a place where it's maintainable. But with Bioline, we've actually been able to change people's skin, and that's massive. I wanted to have an impact on, and make my own mark, I suppose. I like to see results, but I like to make people feel good, and essentially to look good, but not in a vain manner, in a way where they feel good from within. I mean, if you look good, you feel good. So I wanted to work for myself. I suppose I had an entrepreneurial spirit within me, and I learned through the years that you don't need to know everything. You just have to really believe in yourself, and you don't have to be able to do everything either. You just have to have the knowledge to know who you have to get to do the bits that you can't do, because you can't be good at absolutely everything. But if you work on your own strengths and then employ other people and make the best of their strengths, that creates a team. And I think if you're going to work every day and you enjoy what you do, it's the best way to get up in the morning, and you're really building like a family for yourself, because the people you work with are the people you spend probably 8 hours a day with, which is more than you'll ever spend probably with your family, awake at least, on a daily basis. So it's really important that you like what you do and that you're passionate about what you do. They do, and because at the end of the day, I can't do it all on my own, and the team are core. They're with me years. The girls that I have with me are with me years, because we value each other, and they have a respect for me, I have a respect for them, and we all know that we make it what it is because we work together, and we bounce off each other. But it's ultimately got to do with respect, but that filters into the client as well. I mean, you have to respect the client. Well, I think there's an awful lot of work to do in the industry to set the bar as to who should actually be in the medical field, what belongs in the medical field and what belongs in the beauty therapy industry. We've seen it with tooth whitening. There has been new laws passed to regulate that tooth whitening should be taken out of the beauty industry, and that it should be predominantly practiced by dentists. I mean, we personally have trained in tooth whitening when it became the new fad many years ago, but after doing the training I chose not to implement it in the salon. It's the same as sunbeds. We never had a sunbed in the salon because I chose not to, because there are ethics. You know, it's the same as skin peels. Like there's a lot of situations that are happening. You only ever hear the good stories, you know. There's a lot of situations happening every day where people are going for skin peels and they don't realise the impact that it can have on the skin, because we don't have a facility where we can see beneath the skin. So your epidermal layer can be thicker in some areas and thinner in others. So the penetration of the lactic acid or the glycolic acid molecules can be quicker and deeper in some areas than in others, which means that you can get a very deep peel or a very mild peel, and it can vary from one peel to another. A lactic acid molecule is far chunkier and thicker than glycolic acid. So while it's a 50% peel and a glycolic would be 40, the lactic is actually safer because it's thicker and chunkier, it's slower to penetrate. But if you have any, it's fine when it goes well, but if you have any problems, there's serious implications for the client. So it's best left in the medical field. And it's really important to remember that an SPF should always be worn following a peel or following any sort of laser treatment, because at the end of the day you're working on the melanocytes with the like of laser, so you don't have the protection against UV rays, which is carcinogenic. We have our own distribution and training company, but our core focus would be on being, an excellent training company with networking opportunities for like-minded people within the industry. Because in Ireland, you find that the colleges focus a lot on the actual hands-on techniques and the theory that surrounds it, but not so much on the business acumen that's required to be a self-made entrepreneur, I suppose. And an awful lot of people in the industry, in my experience, they become salon owners because they have the buzz that's created through their own expertise, and they find out fairly quickly that there's more to the business side of it than the hands-on beauty. So they've to learn from making a lot of mistakes, and I think really we need to make a network where we can all come together and learn from each other's mistakes and maybe prevent making a few of them by learning from each other. Bioline within Ireland, what we like to bring to the table as a distribution and training company is a community spirit where we come together not as a team of professionals or academics, but to bring our own personal experience to the table. We're not in direct competition with each other, and that we can actually bounce off each other and make the most of the product range within our own company, within our own business and our own salon setup, that we've learned so much from each other.
I think from the time that I turned up this morning and Anna started talking, she was speaking my language. She mentioned all the buzzwords within the first 5 seconds, respect being one of them. The big thing that comes across from today for me which is very similar alignment to myself, is that she really develops her staff. And when I asked her to tell me about the people in her staff, she intuitively and feelingly knows everything about them. She's mothering them, she's developing them, she's minding them, she's caring for them, she's helping them grow. And going forward, I can see her doing that even more. I don't normally turn up to a company to work with them and find that the person's actually already sat down and asked their staff where they want to go and what they want to do next. I normally have to tell somebody to do that, and she'd actually already done that this morning and was able to tell me this person wants to move to be a trainer, this person wants to move to be a marketer, and so on. That's not normally what I meet, and it's really, really refreshing, and it really works for me because that's what I do, that's what my passion is developing people, and that's what I've always done with my own staff in the school, and I've always wanted them to grow into something bigger and to move on and to excel, and it's really unique to meet a company that does that.